Hi guys, I'm here with Mediaworld01. Say hello.
Hey everybody.
We're gonna review The Dark Knight Rises. This is a spoiler review, um, with spoilers. Pretty obvious. But yeah. Um, so let's just start with a summary. So ages after The Dark Knight, when the Joker attacked the city, um, a new terrorist, Bane, is going for um, Gotham, and he wants to destroy the city with the city, make the city kill itself, by making people have to make choices that, well, basically they shouldn't be having to. Uh, yeah. So, first of all, what did you think of the movie? Did you think it was good? Bad?
Yeah, I thought it was excellent myself. I thought it was better than the Dark Knight to start with. But it's like what Jeremy John said in his review ages back. You could like all three movies. You could
Yeah.
someone say like Batman Begins, and you can disagree with them
Yeah,
because each movie
they're
is
all
done
great, so yeah, no problem with that.
individually really well. So,
Yeah.
and Dark Knight Rises was definitely much
Yeah.
better than I was expecting. It was everything that I wanted it to be, and I was really happy with it overall.
I think all the movies start off with like just being epic. That's just how they all start. Uh, Actually, I think my favorite beginning of the Dark Knight, Batman movies, the Dark Knight series, I was about to say, but yeah, is still the Dark Knight because I thought it was very epic with the Joker and all that twist stuff. Straight off with the movie. It's a cool way to start a movie with not knowing that the Joker, he is playing a Joker. Okay. Yeah. So the actors and characters in this movie is Batman, aka Bruce Wayne, by Christian Bale. I think he did a very good job as Batman. Um, to be honest, I think this is his best role as Batman I've seen, because I think it goes much deeper into Batman and Bruce Wayne, um, and especially that scene, that place where he has to crawl up the wall. Uh,
I think
I
it's just a pace, I think.
Yeah, I think that was very well done. You really get to feel a bit more about him and Bane and sort of everyone. I thought it was pretty good, that scene. I really love that scene. It introduces you to everyone very well. We have Catwoman, Anne Hathaway. She does a very good job. I didn't think she was going to be that good when I saw the trailer for the first time. To be honest, uh, I wasn't sure how she was going to be, but she turned out to be very good. I actually prefer her to the old one. What do
Much
you
more
think?
realistic version,
Yeah,
to be honest. Michelle Pfeiffer's Tim Burton version, it was a bit more of a darker
yeah,
tale. This one was a bit more realistic. Cat burglar in the sense, she's very professional. She's very smart. She uses her acting skills very well in this one. Being all dumb and then all of a sudden, kicking ass kind of thing.
yeah,
Michelle Pfeiffer's one is just a bit more of an innocent victim,
yeah,
a bit more of a supernatural edge to it.
yeah.
This one's a bit more realistic tale. So.
And also, I like the way that you don't really know if she's evil or if she's good, because yeah, she does a lot of stupid things, but then you still end up liking her anyways. I don't know what it is, but very she's very cool. Yeah. And Bane, of course, Tom Hardy, very great. He was awesome. I don't think anyone will ever be a better villain than the Joker. I
No, the Joker is a stronger villain. I have to agree
Yeah,
on that. But
but this one,
Bane is his own villain anyway, so it's just comparing them is a little different because each villain is very different in how they
yeah,
approach the Batman character. So it's the Joker is a personal favourite,
yeah,
and
but
it always will be better.
yeah, but it's
So,
just, it's so it's very hard to be better than the Joker. So I mean, everything by Joker of the Joker was just amazing. It was great. It was perfect, and it's so hard to make something like that. But Bane, don't get me wrong. I thought he was freaking awesome. He was amazing. He was cool. He was big. He was massive. He was he actually scared me at one scene. Who do you feel is in charge?
Hmm.
Now I was kind of
Very.
scared of Bane. It was awesome.
It's an intimidating scene. It's like
Yeah.
just the power of authority, and just shows that he is in control. He doesn't need to get angry. He doesn't need to kind of prove himself. He can just grip you by the back of the neck, and you can feel that type of darkness that type of character has. And I think it's just his character is brilliantly done. He doesn't need to punch people or kill people. He just does it. He snaps. I mean, he snaps so many people's necks in this movie. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I mean, all the cracks and all the stuff is just awesome. It really shows who Bane is and what he can do. And yeah, of course we have Alfred, and which I really missed in this movie because I didn't feel he was enough in the movie. Sadly.
But there is a reason for that. I mean, I
Yeah.
did say that in my review. Like,
Yeah, I
he
know.
wasn't in it that much, but
There's a reason, and I get it all, but it's still I sort of missed him.
well, I think everyone did. He's a good actor. Michael Caine. He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
But there is a purpose for it, and like when the movie finished, I did forgive the writers for saying, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I think they used him appropriately, and there was a point to it. So not too bad.
And the next one here, I cannot say her name. I can't, seriously. I tried, but I can't. Miranda Tate or whatever.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
And her real name, Marion. No, I can't say that name.
What, Tarzan al Ghul, the second villain in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in this movie as well. She's very good.
Yeah.
She was in Inception also, and
Oh yeah, is she in that? I didn't know.
well, yeah, she's beside Leonardo DiCaprio. She's the woman that keeps appearing in the dream
Oh,
sequences.
she's his wife, or yeah.
Well, Christopher Nolan always has actors from previous movies. If he works for them once, he will hire them again because they're good actors. That's what I like about Christian Nolan.
Yeah. Also, I think
Christian Nolan movies.
Ellen Page, she really stood out in that movie too. She was very good. Also, I mean, pretty much everyone in Inception really stood out. They were very good. And speaking of which, the director is Christopher Nolan, The Dark Knight, all the other Batman movies, Inception, and Memento. And his first movie, I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, he also made 2 other movies, I think, or one. I don't know.
The Prestige and Insomnia.
Yeah, the acting was great. I really liked the acting in this movie. I mean, I think everyone did a good job. Oh, I actually forgot Policeman Gordon, but he's awesome. It's like the end of an epic, awesome series. It's just sad. It did what it was supposed to do, and it ended up the series really well, and especially the ending I think was it was really awesome. Actually I knew his name was Robin or something. I heard something about that, but I didn't really think about it until I saw the ending where he finds the cave. That was very much a twist. I didn't
Well,
see
I
that.
sort of knew it was coming anyway myself.
Yeah.
I mean, being a fan of the comics and knowing what they're going to do, I figured one, he was going to be obviously Robin, but a more modern version of the Robin, a Christopher Nolan version of what that Robin should be, which I felt was a good approach. Or he was going to be the person who takes on Batman's identity, because the whole idea of the trailer being, like Batman is a symbol. He can be, the man can be destroyed, but the symbol can live on. So I figured it would be one or the other, and it turned out to be Robin, which I thought was a very smart ending, and I left it open for Robin to be the Knight Crusader kind of thing, and continue on the legacy of Batman kind of thing. But I knew that was coming. It's same with Tarzan al Ghul. I think people who are fan of the comics will get some of the twists, obviously within the movie, but
Yeah.
they will be surprised how they do it. I think, yeah,
Yeah,
it's quite.
I mean, even though now I know the twists, and it's not gonna be exactly the same next time I see it, but it's still gonna be awesome because everything in this movie is so good. So it's just rewatchable, even though it's a movie that is very much based on the twist. You'll still be able to watch it even though you know the twist, be-
That's true.
because the movie is so good.
And I think any other Batman movies now, if they do any more, there's got some serious competition. See what they
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah, I actually don't think that they should make a new series of Batman or a sequel
Well,
to this one.
to be honest, I think they could do another series of Batman movies very easily if they wanted to, but it has to be done in a certain way, like the Batman Arkham City games or something. Taking
Yeah,
that serious
it
approach.
has to be very very different. I mean, now we've had the shitty ones, we've had the original, like the old ones. Uh, we have a darker version, and of course we have all the comics and stuff. But they really have to do something new to make anyone want to watch the movie, I think.
Mm,
Um,
that's true.
and the effects in this movie was. Now I know that Christopher Nolan, he is very rich, and yeah, because he has made some pretty big movies that everyone sort of liked, and yeah, everyone saw it coming. He is a very big director right now, so he has very a lot of money to do stuff in the movies, and he's one of those who doesn't want. He's not one of those who want to make everything old school with an old camera and make everything by hand. He likes to be new and use like digital camera, um, special effects, to all that he can, and it's very well used in this movie. Also, I mean, there's that scene in the beginning where the plane explodes. Uh, I almost felt like I was falling when you just look down through the plane and it's falling through the air. I almost felt like I was falling because it was very good effects, and yeah, good acting, and yeah, that's very cool. I want to ask you a question, Andrew. Uh, what was your favorite scene in this movie? And what was your least favorite scene in this movie?
One of my favourite scenes, out of the many fantastic ones, was probably the first time Bane and Batman fight, because there was it was a build up that we saw in the trailer, and it was going to be a very good, interesting moment. Batman, Bruce Wayne being Batman again for the first time properly, and just him facing off the villain, and being that Bane has a little training from Ra's al Ghul. It was going to be an interesting fight because they were a perfect match in a sense, and I liked that fight scene much because there was no soundtrack. It was just them, just full on going at each other, and you just hear the sounds and the actual people watching it. It was a very grand scene, and I love the Bane's basically just kicking the shit into him. And I love some of the lines that Bane says. You merely adopted the shadows, but I was born in the darkness. And he just
Yeah,
when Batman tries to hide, uses his shadows that he does in past movies, Bane instantly just spots him, grabs him by the neck, and just beats the
yeah,
shit into him. I like the fact that it wasn't really a victory because Bane just basically beat the crap into him and just basically just continued his plan. Batman was not an obstacle. He wasn't a challenge or anything. He wasn't a trophy. He was just an ordinary guy that he just proved wrong, and he just put him in that pit. And I love the Bane's character in that one because he was just so brilliantly done. And Batman has met his match kind of thing, his ultimate match. And I really like that's how that scene was done and choreographed and the quotes, and it was just a really well done scene and something that I'm not going to forget. It's just I love it. It's fantastic.
yeah.
Least favorite, don't really have any to be honest. Not that I can really think of. There's a couple of plot points which I felt could have been explained, but I felt there's going to be a director's cut coming out later this year with half an hour extra footage. So I think that
Awesome.
will I think
Yeah.
that will explain some of the plot points that I was a bit annoyed about, but I think that apart from that, there was nothing bad that I felt
Yeah.
about it, in my opinion.
And also, I very much agree with you with the favorite scene because especially when Bane he just drops that mask, you feel like now Gotham is just doomed. He beat it Batman, so there's nothing to do. It's like you feel like you've lost the fight when Batman does.
Mm. Well, that's the point. It's the Christopher Nolan giving the villain the key to the city. Years one, Roswell tried and he failed. The Joker tried and he failed. Bane has actually succeeded where others have failed, and it's just that the idea of the villain has won this time, and it's Batman tried after. That's the whole point of the movie. Like the Dark Knight Rises, the Dark Knight has to rise again. He has to overcome. He has to rise from what his past mistakes in previous movies and just become a better person, a better fighter in a sense, and take down Bane in a different way. And that's why he comes with round two again. He's definitely much more of a stronger hero this time. He just beating the shit into a Bane this time, and I like lines, not the quotes, and that.